Today's word of the day is limerence. Do you know what limerence is? I just learned it earlier today and I thought it was really interesting because it is so relatable, so relevant to my life and my experience. The best way that I could describe limerence, truly, is it's like a romantic obsession for maybe another person or another thing. And there's this strongly consuming desire for those intense emotions to be reciprocated. I discovered this word by accident today, honestly, and found that, you know what? That does accurately describe a lot of the relationships that I seek out in my life. It was a little worrying reading all about this and saying, oh wow, no, it's not a personal experience. It's a thing that is so common, per se, that it has its own word and that other people know it by this word. Every time I discover a new word like this, add it to my dictionary, I often ask myself a question that was asked to me many months ago. And it was like, what am I going to do with this piece of information, right? Do I really need to know this? And I find that learning these words mainly serves as a way to very easily, very quickly explain to someone else what my experience is, what's going on in my head. And maybe people could read the definition or the description of what limerence is and still be confused as to what it's like or why it happens. But maybe, just maybe, I can use it to get some extra support with it. That's all I'm looking for right now. I just want a little bit of help. Because I see now that I don't want to go about making relationships in that way. I feel a little bad for anybody I may have had a limerence for, because what I thought was maybe a deeper, more genuine attraction could actually have been something a little bit different. I don't exactly want to say malicious, but it wasn't exactly benefiting both parties in the slightest. Luckily, I think I've recently come off the high of that. The roller coaster of wanting to be with someone, wanting to talk to them all the time, and making these ideas, these fantasies in my head of, fun things that I wanted to do with them, fun dates, fun plans. Because what's interesting about limerence is it's not exactly like extremely physical or sexual in terms of the desire you have. It's just more of an all-consuming thought obsession, I guess. I don't know, still kind of looking into it. Honestly, discovering this word has actually made me restart my search for a therapist. I used to be in therapy about a year or two ago, or let's say about 2 years ago. And I was in it for a little over a year, and I slowly phased my way out of it. And I find that maybe with everything that's been going on over the past few months, honestly, just this year, there's some things that I could definitely work through. You know, when I thought to myself that, hey, you know what? Maybe I do have a little bit of autism. You know, that's something to explore for sure. Especially with someone, that knows more about it than I do, that is trained and licensed in it. And maybe this whole idea of limerence is something that I could explore with a professional, you know? Because now I know it exists. Now I know it's a pattern that's out there, but also one that I experience. And what I just want to know is, how can I best work with this, you know? Because this might be something that can't exactly go away, but I could find methods of controlling it, you know, keeping it down, not having it consume my life and my thoughts. Because let me tell you, it is something that actually can get in the way of day-to-day activities, work, life. Like, yeah, the highs feel great. Of course, every high feels great. But the lows can be truly debilitating. Moments where you're just sitting around wondering what you did wrong. Did you misread something, or did you say something wrong or do something wrong? I'm even here wondering, do I have to go out and apologize to some people? Maybe not. But I do have thoughts, I do have plans of reaching out to some of my most trusted people in my life and asking for their help, asking for support. You know, the people that I really trust in my life, I want them to be there to look out for me, and for if I start to get into this pattern again. I think that's a good first step. I may still look into therapy. Because I really just, let me restart that. I really just want to be happy, you know, or I want to experience more moments of happiness. And I want it in a way that isn't causing harm to others. I don't want to hurt others for my own gain. I want to do it in a healthy way where I can build up others and myself and share that kind of love with as many people as possible. Maybe that's a lot to ask. And either way, I'm going to make that ask. Because I truly believe it's for the greater good. So anyways, let's get right on to the rest of the day. I hope it's a beautiful one for you. And no matter what happens, just remember to always fill up with the love. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.